Good morning, children. How are you all? I hope you all are fit and fine. So, children, today we are going to recapitulate chapter number 8 Body Movements. Children, in this chapter, we have already discussed about the movement and the locomotion and different types of joints that are present in human body. So, children, the locomotion means it is the act of moving from place to place is known as locomotion. But we can say the movement involves like the changes in the position of only a part of the body, in which as the movement of the stem towards the light in the plants. But the locomotion involves the movement of the whole body, as in walking, running, swimming, or flying. So, children, we know about bones and their functions. First is the bone provide the framework to keep the body supported and also protect the body. Protection means bones can serve to protect the internal organs such as the skull protecting the brain or the ribs, protecting the heart and the lungs, and they support and they protect the various organs of the body which produce red and white blood cells and store minerals. So, children, the bones are mainly rigid organs that constitute the part of the endoskeleton of the vertebrates, consist of calcium. And we know there are different types of joint which are present in our body, like movable joint and the immovable joint, major two categories. In the movable joint, there are hinge joint, pivot joint, gliding joint, and ball and socket joint. And the last immovable is the fixed joint. So, children, ball and socket joint, which we know that it is a joint in which the ball shaped surface of one rounded bone fits into the cup like depression of another bone. And these are found in the hip, where the rounded head of the femur rests in the cup like acetabulum cavity of the pelvis. So, children, mainly the ball and socket joint present in our shoulder, and it is there is all round direction is present. All round direction of the upper arm is present. And children, the second is the pivot joint. Pivot joint means it's enable us to move our head up and down. We know right and left and are present in our neck. So in our neck region, the pivot joint allow for the rotation, which can be external or internal. And when rotating the forearms, these movements are typically called the protonation and the supination. So, children, the hinge joint means it is a bone joint in which the articular surfaces are molded to each other in such a manner as to permit motion only in the one plane. So, children, the knee joint is the example, the ankle joint is the example, all are the example of the hinge joint. The next is the gliding joint, which is not in our course, but we know about this because it is important. The plane joint means the gliding joint is a synovial joint, which under the physiological condition allows only the gliding movement. Typically, they are found in the wrist and the ankle part. So, children, last joint is the fixed joint. We know fixed joint is present in our brain where there are the various types of bones are present. Some joints like between the bones in our head are different from those we have discussed as it doesn't move. So, children, fixed bones are only found in our upper jaws and the skull and or our teeth. So, children, these three examples are the best example of the fixed joint. So, you should keep these example in your mind and hope, children, this topic is clear. So, children, today we have revised chapter 8 body movements, and now I am sending you a Google form link, okay, like a worksheet in the form of Google form link. So children, first you should read the chapter, then revise the chapter again, learn question answers all, and after that you should solve the revision worksheet and submit it today itself. Hope children this topic is clear. And children, you should prepare next chapter, chapter number 10, for your revision on Monday. So children, you should start revising. This is your homework to revise chapter number 10. And you know the chapter number 10 is the motion and measurement of distance. So children, you should revise motion and measurement of distance for the next revision worksheet, which will be held on Monday. Okay children, on Monday your test of chapter 10. So you should revise this chapter also. Thank you children.